As a person living as a foreigner, you kind of start really appreciating home. Like, you know, there's this pressure on the outside and it's just work flows. Learn to not get attached to the things I own.
I don't know why I thought that getting in here would be the best way to start the video. But is it not the best way to start a video? I am so excited. Look at this. I have a bathtub. Let's get on with the video.
Right, so nice to see you again, and if you're new, welcome to the Gary's Corner channel. Today, I'm very excited to talk about moving out after college and having my own space to live in. And rather than simply showing you the place, which of course I will, even though it's not completely finished, I wanted to talk about why it means so much to move out and to have your own place as, you know, a person who is still in college, almost done with college, and the whole mental and emotional experience of leaving that. I'm not new to moving. Moving is all like I'm studying in college outside of my country, so every time I would have to go one semester and come back, there was a lot of moving, and then we also had a time when I had to move out completely because of, I don't know why. So I learned to not get attached to the things I own, which is very hard for me. I am a very sentimental person. I get attached to the pencils I use. I have very specific desire on the pen. I get attached to certain notes. I get attached to clothes and trinkets and magnets and all kinds of things that I start putting meaning into them, and they become sentimental, and I simply couldn't let go. And then all of that had to just fly out the window, because when you're moving, when you're leaving a country that is thousands of miles away from where you would go home or where you live, you can't keep things. I remember I moved out of my dorm with 6 luggages, and I had to still let go of so many things, so many clothes, and declutter all the time, and it was just, it taught me to not get attached, that everything can be replaced as long as it's material. But at the same time, that I do need to value what I own more. I don't need as many things, and I need to value the space that I'm into, and to value what I have when I have it, and not hope that one day in the future I will get to use it or appreciate it more. Even now with this move, I'm not moving from a very far away place. I'm moving from a home that I used to live in since I was 17, when I first moved out of the house where my parents are, and I'm moving very near that place to here, to my own place. And even still, I have to throw out certain things, and like, I've had to move a couple of times to different places, different locations, different countries, and things start to lose their original meaning, and that's okay. It's okay to just let go, and you will have to go of these things at some point. This is just something that I've come to grow as a person, to value what you have, see what you need, and then throw out what you don't need. Or rather, don't throw it out, donate it to people who need it, or resell it. I understand it's also kind of hard. You don't always have the time, you know. You have to be gone in 1 week. You have to pack as fast as you can and get rid of whatever you can as fast as you can. And there's not always the option of, well, let me sell it, because selling takes time. Well, let me donate it. Fine, let's donate it, but not everything can be donated. But I've been lucky that usually my friends would need something, and I'll be like, hey, I have a pillow, or yeah, those are usually the ones that, like, why would I carry pillows around? So I have a pillow. Would you like to get my pillow? Would you like to get this random toy or this piece of clothing or something? So I think that's the best thing. It's kind of elongating the life cycle. Cleaning and decluttering tips with Gary. Well, emotional part of moving out. Moving out after college can be, obviously it's very exciting, but more than anything, for me, it's relief. Moving into this place, yes, it's beautiful, and I'm so excited to have, gorgeous lamps or a pretty bathroom and things, but what I'm most excited about is never being afraid again of not having where to stay. And it sounds really odd, like, God, surely you will always have where to stay, but it's like, you never know. You just never know, knock on wood, but things could happen to family members, things could happen to friends, things could happen legally. As a person living as a foreigner, you kind of start really appreciating home, because home will never abandon you unless you break the law, of course. But home can't just throw you out. Your country can't throw you out. And being a foreigner sometimes really takes a toll on you, because you realize that your passport, this tiny little colored booklet with stamps and visas, holds your right to exist in this place. And if anything happens, you could just be thrown out. That is where moving in here, and this week is my first week in this place, and I'm just so excited. I will always have this place to come back to. Always is a strong word, but I can come back here. If anything happens, I can come back here. If something goes wrong, if I don't have a job, if I don't have money, if I don't have what to eat, even if the electricity can't be paid, I have somewhere to sleep, I have somewhere to put a blanket on myself and not be under the rain, let's call it. And it's very dramatic, I'm wearing a very beautiful piece my grandma made, and I don't feel like I'm in difficulty, and I hope that I won't be, but it could happen, and it's something that I've always thought about ever since I moved out at the age of 17. There's always been this in the back of my head, like, this is not permanent, this is not home, I don't take care of it as well. Whereas here this past week, maybe week and a couple of days, I've started feeling this is home. And it's just such an incredible feeling. It's just, I wake up in the morning and I can make breakfast, and I haven't done that in such a long time, to just give myself the space and the time to make myself breakfast. And then I sit down on my little desk and I do my work. And it's just such a liberating experience for me to have my own place. I think it's an important thing to think about, that the home, the place where you sleep, and the place where you invite your friends, where your family comes over, where you live with your family, really gives security, and it allows for a better self-understanding, let's call it. Like, when you feel safe and you feel you have a place to stay, work flows better, because you're not worried about, oh my god, if I don't do this work, I'll be homeless, or there's this pressure on the outside. It's just work flows, and if I want to cook my breakfast, well, I can just cook my breakfast. I feel like it really helps to feel stable, to feel grounded, to feel like you're home. And it's such an incredible experience to start feeling this way for here.
Your eyes tell me that you don't wanna leave just yet. No, my eyes agree. It's almost like when we first met. Oh, I don't care, it's getting too late. I want you and I can't wait. Don't wanna spend a minute without you. I know you feel the same. So come on, give me love. I'ma show you how to move with my body. Come hit me with your touch and make me wanna say, damn. And Yeah, you know what's up. Ain't nothing I won't do for your body. So give me all you got right now. I know I'm yours, baby. So come give me love. You know you're mine, baby. So come give me love. I never felt nothing quite like this. I get a high every time we kiss. Can't get enough, baby. So come give me love. All of your love, I can't fake it. When I'm with you, my legs go weak. Yeah. Can you hear it? I think my heart just skipped a beat. Yeah. This feeling is getting so strong. Love me till the morning, love me all night long. There's something special about you. You're the one that I want. So come on, give me love. I'ma show you how to move with my body. Come hit me with your touch and make me wanna say